Hey, my name is Sam and today's video is about goalball. This video has two parts. The first part will be me explaining a little bit about what goalball is, and the second part is going to be me showing you how to throw the ball. Goalball is a Paralympic sport played by people who are blind or visually impaired. Like all competitive sports, goalball is played by two teams, each with 6 players in total, but only 3 can play on the court at a time. Because of this, there are only 3 positions: left wing, center, and right wing. I can play on both wings, although I am more practiced on my right wing, but I'm getting better on my left wing. I cannot play center. Not yet, anyway. The aim of the game is to get the ball from your side to the net of the other team. Seems simple, right? Did I mention that all the players wear blackout eye shades? Now you're probably asking me 2 questions right now. The first question you're probably asking is, well, how do you know where the ball is if you're wearing eye shades? To make this answer as simple as possible, I want you to close your eyes and imagine that you're holding a basketball. Now, instead of the classic orange and black, I want you to imagine that your basketball is the color blue. Typically, basketballs are light and can bounce when you dribble them. Nope, not your basketball. Instead, it has about the weight of a pineapple, which, fun fact, I just found this out yesterday. A goalball is about 1.25 kilograms, and a pineapple is about 1 to 1.5 kilograms, which means that some pineapples are actually a little bit heavier than goalballs. Interesting, right? Finally, imagine your basketball suddenly starts to make noise when you make the slightest movements due to the bells that are inside the ball. Those little bells are the key to locating the ball when you're playing the game. The second question you may be asking me is, well, how do you not get lost when you're on the court? The goalball court is pretty big. To be exact, it's 18 meters long and 9 meters wide. So it's pretty easy to get lost, but it's also pretty easy to find your spot again. The first step is to call out to your teammates. Once they give you a signal by either tapping the floor or saying something like here, you start to quickly analyze how far or how close you are from their voices, and then you start moving backwards in one direction until you hit the net. I'm inserting a picture of the net above, but if you can't see it, let me set a quick visual. Imagine a soccer net. Now imagine your soccer net is a little longer, maybe by a foot, and imagine that it is shorter, about shoulder height of an average 18-year-old teenager. If that makes sense, that's what it kind of looks like. Once you find the net, follow it based on your position. If you're left wing, go left. If you're right wing, go right. And if you're center, talk to both your wingers and feel for the tactile tape with your foot, which indicates where your center is. If you're a winger, once you find the end of the net, shuffle forwards until you find the tactile tape again with your foot. And voila, you found your spot. Before we go outside, here are 3 fun facts about goalball. First, goalball was created in 1946 as a rehabilitation sport for World War II veterans. 2. Unless the ball is in motion, people in the audience must stay silent. Each team has 10 seconds to get the ball out of their side of the court from the time they've received it. As you can see, I am now outside, and I'm going to show you how to throw a goalball. I'm doing 2 disclaimers here. First of all, I'm not using the right equipment. The only thing that I have that is true to the game is the ball itself, and I will not be wearing eye shades for this demonstration because mine are falling apart, and I'm waiting to receive my new ones in the mail. My second disclaimer is that I'm not amazing at throwing the ball. I'm still practicing at getting stronger, so I'm just showing you the basics. There will be no fancy tricks or anything like that. So, let's get into it. The first thing I do before I even start throwing is to set up my equipment. The only thing I need is a net and a ball. Speaking of ball, this is what an actual goalball looks like. Betcha you didn't imagine that, did ya? When I practice, I also like to have a garbage or a green bin behind me, but it's garbage day where I live, and both of those bins are hanging out by the curb, so I'll just imagine I have something behind me. Once I am fully set up, then I warm up. To warm up, I simply lift the ball over my head and throw it down and away from me. After about 10 warm-up throws, I'm ready to start. To throw the ball, you hold it in one hand, making sure that your fingers are spread and your free hand supports the ball at the top. Then you draw your arms backwards while extending them as straight as you can, while keeping control of the ball. As you step forward, swing the ball quickly and release that top supporting hand just before you release the ball. Try and keep it as low to the ground as possible. That is part of the sport of goalball. I am thinking about making a part 2 so I can get into more detail about how to block the ball, but that probably won't come out for a little while. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, why not leave it a thumbs up? And while you're down there, make sure you hit that share button and the red subscribe button if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye!